Alright guys, welcome back to the Marvel Snap video. So we now have the official release date and also first look at snap packs and the price and all the details in this new little developer blog that I'm going to break down so you don't have to watch the full 23-minute video. But you can see right now, this is what it's going to look like. They look sick, they look insane, super friendly and a much better system. Let's break it all down. Also, the release date of when it's actually coming is going to be April 29th, which is later this month, which does mean the first new card coming to the game with this new system is going to be the Hydra Stomper pack coming on April 29th, which means this spotlight is just not going to happen, which is quite unfortunate because I thought this was a really good one. I really want that Rania variant, and we'll talk about that probably likely first actually. So obviously with this new system, the first thing they're doing is changing the shop a little bit. You now have the offers, which is going to be purely all cosmetics. You now have the card actual shop right here in the top right, which is going to be all for where cards are, which does mean spotlight variants are now temporarily gone from the game. So yeah, they say right here, we really want to get them back into the game, and like we're thinking of a way to improve it.
Back in the game, you know, we basically split the shop up into two sections. One is cards, and the other one will be called offers. Most of offers is all of our cosmetic variants. We're working on something to get them back in there soon.
So yeah, working to get back in soon. So like they're not currently in the game. They're gonna do something later on to, maybe it's you can buy it with more gold or just other stuff basically, but currently right now there's no way to get them. These are going to be the first 5 packs available. That is going to be standard throughout the whole history of snap packs in the game. But do remember they did say they want to add more in the future, whether that be for like, you know, a certain theme where it's like Avenger pack, or you're going to have like a move deck pack or like a discard one, or even later on they might actually do content creators, which is going to be kind of cool. But these are the standard ones. The top ones are going to be the seasonal series 5, the seasonal series 4, then you have the regular series 5, the regular series 4, and the regular series 3. The seasonal 5 are going to include cards that are from the current season and also the previous season. The series 4 are going to be the current season and the last 2 series 4. So yeah, when that actual update drops, the cards available are going to be Hydra Stomper, Supreme Strange, Infinity Ultron, Kahori, and also Goliath, because those are all the cards previously in that season. And it also is well including the last season, because it is the season currently and the season previously. You're going to have these 5 cards here, which does mean as well, when you open a pack, you're going to get 1 guaranteed unowned card, which does mean if you literally have every single card, not collection complete, but just every single card from that previous season and that current season, I am literally guaranteed Goliath. So right now I have every card here, but actually Star Brand. So if I open it up right now, if I didn't have Goliath, it will be 50-50 between Goliath or Star Brand. But also when you open up a snap pack, you're going to get 2 other bonus items. The bonus items can be credits, tokens, boosters, variants, which can be the regular variants and also the premium variants, borders, which are now going to be regular borders that we have right now in the game, but also the premium borders, which kind of thing give us like that Spider-Man Tokyo 2029 we got recently. I think that might be considered as a like premium border, like the really, really rare and cool ones. And also as well, even cards, which can be Series 3 cards, Series 4 cards, Series 5 cards. Of course, I did say, I think they said around like 10% like the highest pack variant. So if we go towards the actual pricing, you can see it's 5k, 2.5k, 4k, 2k, 650. So if you open up a Series 3 card, the chances you get another card is a lot low, right? Where if you open up the seasonal Series 5 or maybe in the Series 5 one right here, you have, I think, the highest chance of getting another card alongside your bonus items. Also, I hadn't already said it yet, the side one shows you every card you're missing. So I think if you didn't have Eson, he just wouldn't be there. Like it's showing you cards you're missing. Or I guess if you don't have the card, it will be unhighlighted. Now I'm pretty sure this shows every card you don't have. Also as well, when a card gets added to the game, they're going to be in the seasonal snap pack for 2 months. You know, the new season, it takes 1 month to get them to drop down towards the previous season, and then they're going to get added towards the regular series actual 5 pack later on, where it can be a cheaper cost and it can just be in a bigger pool of cards, right? And that is relevant because that does mean when a actual season pass card gets added to the game, they're going to be not accessible through the seasonal series 5. They'll be accessible only through, of course, the battle pass while that season is currently active. But once that battle pass then leaves, they'll then get added towards the previous season. So right now you can see Agamotto is here, so he gets added only for 1 month. So the battle pass cards are only going to be in the spotlight seasons for 1 month, where other cards are going to be in there for 2 months. Which is, yeah, a much better system. Basically, if you're keeping it up to date and you don't want to buy the battle pass stuff, then you can get the card guaranteed 1 month later. Or not guaranteed, you have to open up 2 of this season or Series 5 drops on the new season to get the new card, plus the old previous season pass card. Also, you can now trade in your gold for obviously tokens, and it's not too bad. I don't think I'll ever do it personally, but you are now guaranteed 50 tokens per day every 24 hours. It is not every 8 hours. You'll get guaranteed 50 per day. We're thinking in total for like 31 days. Does add up to like 1,550, which means you get like half a card or a quarter of a card a month. So after 4 months, you get a guaranteed new card, which is quite nice because you got to remember as well, every single time now when you do your collection track, rather than getting a spotlight key, you're now going to be getting 3k tokens, which is definitely a much better system, because before, if you don't open up 2 spotlight keys, you could literally get nothing. If you look at my track record these last like 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, I have had to high roll, or low roll, I guess you could say, the spotlight caches, where I had to get, what was it, Firehair, Khonshu, and was it Goliath? I had to spend 4 keys for each of those 3 cards, right? Which in total is 12 spotlight keys. Where with this new system, I'll be able to guarantee essentially the new card every single time with 2 keys, which in total will be what, 6 keys? Compared to what would have been 12 if you low roll. Yeah, much better system. This was pretty obvious to me, but people were kind of skeptical about it, right? So they do say, at least in the little announcement of snap packs a while ago, I say like last week, they did say they're going to add more cards to the game. Now, people worried that, hey, it's nice that we can now get more access towards the cards we want, but if you added more cards, it might even out that it still might be a really bad system. But I'm pretty sure they say here, the new cards that are going to be added more to the game are just for the Series 4 pack cards, because you've been barely adding Series 4 cards, and if you want to sell Series 4 card packs, you got to add more cards. You can tell a lot of these cards are meant to be Series 4, right? So you have like, you know, Cobra, switch one of your opponent's cards created here to your side. You have then Helion, for example, which is basically a 5 energy cloak, but rather than be for your opponent, it's now for yourself. Like, there's a clear, like, Series 4 cards they've been doing that they're not going to sell to you, which I guess they are going to sell it to you. They're not going to be free, but then now they're going to be, you know, for a cheaper price. They're just going to add more random, see what I did there? Random Series 4 cards to the game. So yes, they're adding more cards, but they're also going to be just more like meh cards that like aren't going to be too crazy. More direct Series 4 cards.
At the beginning of the season. We've already
at the beginning of the season, so they're not going to update weekly like how you do with the other ones. You're going to get them every single, at the start of every month, basically. They are still planning to give away Series 4 cards and free cards, basically, through events, like how High Voltage, for example. But then if you miss them, then you can get them in the Series 4 pack card.
Packs. So that's the general idea. We're not looking to dramatically increase the number of cards, because we know people are used to a certain cadence, and Snap is not a game that, you know, releases 300 cards a year. And I think the other thing to think about is like the Series 5 cards.
So this is like the biggest one, right?
Tend to be the more game-changing cards.
It's like the most important cards. Like cards like moving a card, what was it, Fanfi, where activate it moves 2 cards to the right. You know, it's not a crazy excitement card. That's clearly going to be a Series 4 card that's going to go into the pack where you can just buy it. And I think they might actually add, I think they definitely are planning to add some pretty more likely cards straight towards the pack, rather than every single Series 4 card being free, where you can get it for free. So there is some incentive to actually open up the Series 4 card. But if you also are buying or getting all the free cards anyway, then I think it doesn't really matter too much. Also, to kind of elaborate a bit more, but yeah, you can actually buy tokens with, obviously, gold. And it looks like down there, they're still working on the prices for like, the bigger ones. So, look about that. Or maybe if you buy the actual tokens, you get a variant. That'd be kind of funny, right? But yeah, guys, that is kind of it for the actual snap packs. This, I want to show you the animation. This is actually what it looks like when you open up a snap pack. You have your little coin animation there, boom, you get your guarantee Series 4 or Series 5 card, whatever one you owned, and you then click continue or claim. You then get your random 1 perk, whether that be a border, boosters, as in this case, you got collector's tokens, and then you get your second one, and you got obviously credits as well. So just overall, it's going to bring a little bit of excitement, right? It's even if you're someone who is like, complete in the sense of like, you know what you're getting when you open up your Series 5 pack, but like, oh, am I going to get a random cool border? Am I going to get the good, you know, boosters? Am I going to get a good variant? There's just so much more enjoyment about opening up these actual packs now, which is such a better system. Also, as well, you're doing it with tokens, so you already have that currency that we're used to, so it's not confusing the player. You now have complete agency, so if you like, okay, I'm not going to risk open up this Series 5 pack here because it's like 50-50 between getting a card I want and a card I don't want, or maybe it's like 20%, 10%, whatever, maybe you don't have all the cards. You can just outright buy the new card of that season, and then when you got a few tokens stashed up, because you're now going to be getting 3,000 like every 120 of the collection track now, you can just hire up, okay, you know what, I have like 10 cards I don't have here, let me just spend 5k tokens, get a random card, and if you're lucky and you have like a 10% chance, you can get another card in that pack and get 2 cards for 5k tokens. It's sick. Overall, with the experience, it's gonna be so much better. So guys, that's gonna wrap up the video. Let me know if you're excited for these actual Series 5 packs coming to the game, and just the packs in general. I definitely am, especially for someone that, you know, starting to do quite decoration. I'm basically now getting a card for cheaper. I'm spending 5k per card now, which is sick. I can't be complaining. And then get more rewards, and you get the excitement, because spotlights are miserable to open up, especially when you get duplicates, man. It just felt terrible. This is so much of a better system, and hey, my friends might be playing it again. So guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, peace.